Hi everyone, my name is Nate and welcome everyone to the LoudCasa Talks podcast. I do guys want to let you guys know that this recording of the LoudCasa Talks podcast will be recorded on today, November 2nd, 2022. Just the heads up, this is a disclaimer for y'all. Isn't it a great day today because we're bringing back the LoudCasa Talks. Hello everyone. Our podcast is back, so welcome to whatever new season we have. I'm guessing we're still in a continuation of whatever episode we're doing. But my name is Nate. We're back for another LoudCasa Talks episode. Omid is currently over at my left side over here. So hey Omid, how are you feeling now that we're back in the LoudCasa Talks podcast?
Oh yeah, you better believe it, folks. You better believe it, loud crowd. We are back and we are bigger and better than ever before. And as you can see from what I am wearing, of course, I do emphasize bigger and better than before.
What do you mean? Just because you have changed your outfit?
Oh yeah, loud crowd. I'm gonna give you a little guess game. Notice anything different like about my current,
Okay,
outfit
I
right now?
know I know what it is, but I'm not letting you. I don't know. I mean, the thing is that the people who are watching us are now on stream are kind of like, wait, what do you mean? You just wore a leather jacket. Is it the leather jacket?
That okay, like I'm glad I brought my leather jacket back because it's really cold, so, winter. So like to all you Californians out there, please stay warm. But notice a little something different about my headwear.
Oh my god. um. You know what? They're gonna look. They're going to eventually figure it out. But if you want to go ahead and tell them, go ahead.
Okay, now I decided to change my cap. You know how like I would always wear this old, washed up, kind of dirty old Mario cap. Well, during a trip that we're gonna talk about like in a bit, I decided to buy this cap because like I like to sort of upgrade my look. I like to upgrade my cap into a newer Mario cap. So yeah, I could definitely say that I'm glad I bought this, and yeah, it looks really good on me.
Okay, to be fair, like it looks better than the regular cap you had before. um, but yeah, we'll discuss more about that later. But yeah, we're glad to be back, talking a lot more about Loud House and Casagrandes, or more like Loud House now, considering the Casagrande show is over.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that.
still wondering. I'm still wondering if we're still gonna change that name, Loud Casa Talks.
But Loud House Talks, like, do you really want to change it to Loud House Talks? Because Loud Casa has more of a kick to it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. It sounds better, but like it's Loud House now, considering the Casa Grandes are, well, over.
Yeah. It pains me to say this, but yeah, unfortunately, we live in an age now. We live in a timeline now where the Casagrandes is officially over. The
Uh-huh.
show, the show is over. The characters
Yeah.
are far from it.
So
They're in.
so that's the thing. Like the characters are going to be in the Loud House. So if anything, remember, it's just going back to the Loud House. Just the fact that there's no Casa Grande show anymore. It's just Loud House. So I don't know. This is a long process for us to think about, but we're currently temporarily saying it Loud Casa Talks. We may change the name. We don't know. It all depends on all the fans out there, whoever's listening, whoever's watching on YouTube, whoever's watching on Twitch right now. So yeah, I mean, if you guys love the support about the Loud Casa Talks, then let us know so that we can keep this name or we're going to change it. Just a heads up there. All right. Without further ado, let's go to what we always do in our Loud Casa Talks and go straight to our weekly checkup. And to be fair, our weekly checkup is going to be both of us going to a certain area this past weekend because we went to SoCal for a certain big event. And it's not a Loud House, by the way. There's a reason why I brought Lumity in the background. It's because we went to the Owl House Gallery, and this is the first time Omid finally went to the new Gallery Nucleus. And to be fair, he didn't go to the one in Amphibia. He went to the one in the Owl House. And your thoughts on the whole gallery experience for you? Because yeah, this is your first time here.
Yeah, during my first time in the Gallery Nucleus thing, I gotta say, it was quite magical. Like, honestly, sure, the space of Gallery Nucleus, it was actually much smaller than I expected. But like, it's not about like what's on the, it's more like what's contained on the inside that counts. And let me tell you, just look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Like, when I went to the gallery, there was whole lot of not just Owl House art, but also Owl House cosplayers, Owl House fans, Owl House merch as well. Like, pretty much like that whole gallery nucleus, like, just screams Owl House. And I am so glad that I went.
You know what? We're a Loud House podcast, but we're talking about Owl House here. It's like both houses in this case. So here's the thing. This gallery is small. The thing is that they're only just showcasing like artworks from the creators and stuff. So it's not really much of a big exhibition about the artwork and stuff. This is the same thing that happened in Amphibia. But then I feel like for the Amphibia one, there was just like a lot more people that were there, creators, the voice actors, everything else. This time around, you don't even see Dana Terrace in this gallery, but you do get to see the voice of Luz Noceda and the voice of Lilith Clawthorn. So if anything, there was still a little bit of awesome like things to watch, things to see when you're in the Owl House gallery. But yeah, either way, this whole gallery was okay to say.
Yeah, it definitely was. Now, of course, I like, even though I didn't get to go to the panel portion of it, I went to go to the gallery portion of it. And during the gallery portion of it, I got to meet some fellow Owl House fans, some Owl House cosplayers. I even ran into a few familiar faces. The people I met at D23 Expo, they're sort of like a couple of them are the same people that I met at the gallery, so that was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like,
yeah.
here's the thing. Like, I feel like we don't know much about the SoCal crew. Like, we don't even know much about the people that were in SoCal because we live in NorCal, we live in the Bay Area and all. So, like, the people that are in SoCal were like, "Who are you guys? Where did I see you before?" And apparently, Omid noticed there was one person that was like cosplaying at D23. I remember her as Sasha Waybright, so we just pointed her out as being Sasha. It's weird because like she's a huge TVA fan. I'm like, wow, you like Owl House too. Wait, you like Hamster Girl too. I saw you at the panel too in D23. So it's like, what are you supposed to be a big Disney TVA fan?
Yeah, she's like us, you know.
Yeah,
She's
I was wondering if she even made it to the to the panel itself because it was mostly 100 people. I don't know if she was actually a part of it. I didn't see her. Was she like waiting outside the gallery or was she actually a part of the panel?
I think that I think she told me she couldn't go to the panel, just the gallery portion of it.
Yeah.
So, but then like when I saw her, when I saw her, the first thing I noticed was, hey, you have Flapjack on your shoulder. I'm like, yes, Flapjack, because I cosplayed as Hunter. So I'm just like, thank you for bringing Flapjack. And so I got a picture with Flapjack and Amanda, who had Flapjack on her shoulder, and that's when I got to take a good look at her, and then I was thinking to myself, "Hey, I remember you. You were Sasha from D23 Expo. Hey, what's up?" That's what I noticed.
I didn't know about that, and also we did have some fans that came from like way out of town. Like we had this one YouTuber, Jessica knows this. Our friend Jessica knows this, and she apparently lives in Michigan, and he literally flew his way over to LA to check out this gallery. I'm like, dude, this is a far distance for you. Are you serious? I'm guessing the dedication is right there for this guy, but he really traveled far to check out this Owl House gallery, and I'm, props out to him. He's an amazing fan.
Yeah, let me tell you, that whole takes a whole lot of dedication because Michigan is sort of like in the central to eastern side of America.
That's where the Louds are living, I mean.
No, he went all the way from Royal Woods to come to the gallery.
I don't know. I mean, that's dedication to fans. I mean, hey, we came from the Bay Area, from NorCal to SoCal, to check out this gallery. So we definitely were dedicated fans. And
well, that's different. That's different because we live much closer to it, obviously.
Okay, but here's the thing. Speaking of cosplay, you mentioned cosplay. I mean, we actually cosplayed ourselves because this is Halloween weekend after all. So we might as well cosplay in our Owl House outfits. If you haven't seen us before in D23, we cosplayed our respectable Owl House cosplays. I was Rain Whispers, Omid was Hunter, and we did it again over at this gallery. So I thought this was awesome just for us to cosplay Owl House again. So I was very,
Yes.
yeah, it was cool. I mean, also the fact that like I think everybody knew that it was Halloween weekend. Everybody was also cosplaying as well. So I mean, there were some that didn't cosplay, but that's fine. They're just fans. But I mean, a lot of other people there in that gallery was also cosplaying, and like they're all amazing. Like they all did great when it comes to their cosplay. So it's like the dedication is definitely out there, especially in a weekend where everybody can like can be in Halloween costumes and all. So no doubt, I really enjoyed the fandom, like how great everybody cosplayed and everybody showing off their fandom is to say. So yeah, it's awesome.
I never forget that one hoodie cosplayer.
Which one is that?
The hoodie cosplayer, the one that was only wearing the mask and wearing sort of like this what was it? This black jumpsuit or
Mm.
something like that.
I didn't.
Do you remember that
No, I
guy?
don't remember. I don't
The guy who
remember. Hey, here's the thing. I tried to get all the photos of what we took over at the gallery here, but unfortunately, it's not a part of our slideshow today. So we'll post it up maybe later in our LoudCasa Talks Twitter or something. But yeah, nonetheless, you can just see the amazing cosplays out there, or if you just look at our personal profiles. Like Omid has his Twitter, he has his pictures of the Owl House Gallery, and I have mine. So if you guys want to check out our Twitters, go check those out because we have a lot of stuff that we posted up for the Owl House Gallery there. Speaking of which, there was also a big panel, like I mentioned before, that had all the artists there, the creators there, and even the voice actors of Luz, it's Luz, Lilith, and what's her name again? Basha. There you go. But yeah, we checked out the panel. It was like an hour and 30 minutes long, but
you did.
I know I did. Same with my friend Jessica. You have to no. Here's the thing. You have to thank Jessica for that just because she ended up getting tickets. And I'm like, you lucky girl. How did you end up actually getting it considering there's like a big like dogfight of trying to get them? If I remember correctly, Omid, it was like 30 seconds and it was sold out.
Yeah, it's like, how did that even happen? I was literally prepared. Like I was like waking up in the early in the morning for this. And I'm just like, wow, thank you for wasting my precious minutes of sleep, like only to get nothing.
Yeah. So
well,
weird,
not really nothing, but I at least got the gallery ticket, so that's something.
Yeah, at least you were able to get gallery tickets, but then the panel itself was only for 100 people, and it sucks that it couldn't fit everybody in there. Yeah, I understand it's a very small gallery, but I understand everybody wants to see Sarah Nicole Robles or Sissy Jones or any of the other people that were there, like Rebecca Rose, who was moderating the whole panel. Like, I understand that they want to see like the people who made the Owl House, considering that it is the last couple episodes that we're going to see. But only for 100 people. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. It's weird considering like the Amphibia one that we went to like a couple months ago. Me and Jessica had to buy separate tickets. We ended up actually getting it. So I don't know if it is like the Owl House fans are definitely like a huge fan base compared to the Amphibia fans, but it was so much harder to get tickets this time around compared to Amphibia. So if anything, the Owl House fans are definitely showing up here, and no doubt they definitely showed up here.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. So while you guys were at the panel, I met up with my friend Nick, who I've known since college, and we met up at a movie theater, and we went to go watch Black Adam, which was a mediocre movie, but it was still a good, way to kill 2 hours of our time before we went off to Gallery Nucleus again for the gallery. So
yeah, I mean, you guys at least had some time together and stuff, so that's cool. Here's the thing, some sort of cool features that were there in the gallery. There were just people that were making like great artwork. So let's show you guys what was there. So here's this Hootie skeleton. I didn't know they actually made a skeleton of Hootie. I'm like, oh wait, what? This is supposed to be in a cart. This is supposed to be in an episode. Who made it to make it a real life like skeleton like this?
That's dedication. That's like craftsmanship right there. That's top craftsmanship. Let me tell you.
I think it's definitely what the creators, because the creators are the ones who are showcasing their artwork here. So yeah. And then there was this there was this booth where you can actually get to see pictures of like Ida and Luz and King. So I took a picture of myself with it, posing up as Rain Whispers and all. So
there's
like I did a big photo spot there. Yeah.
I did too. I did it for myself too.
Yeah, let's see what's next. Amazing artwork here. This looks like this was from the last episode. Oh, King's Tide. I feel like this was King's Tide that they were bringing up here.
King's Tide. Don't remind me. Yo, my heart, man, my heart.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
oh, King's
I can definitely see the bottom I can definitely see the bottom picture being King's Tide because the top picture looks like they were in what is it thanks to them.
Oh man, yeah, it was just let me tell you, thanks to them, my heart is like shattered. My heart is crushing, but like my heart is
Mhm.
pouring, weeping for these poor kids. Thanks to them, my heart is weeping.
These kids, I feel bad for Camilla because she had to raise all these kids.
Camila's a mother of six. Camila's mother of six, mother of the year.
Yeah,
What's up?
I know, I know. Oh my god. Yeah, here's the gallery again, and there's just the stand. And then this is the whole outside of gallery nucleus. So the Owl House logo, plus you also get to see the main cast with Ida, Luz, and King. I think that's all I have for this gallery. Let's see. Oh, no, that's for the next one. That's for the next slide. But yeah, no doubt about it. I definitely think that was a good time for us for Owl House for sure. I mean, it is going to end next year. So yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting like series of episodes that we're going to be watching. But to say the least, to celebrate what is going to be the end of the Owl House with this gallery just tells me like, hey, this is like a big thank you to the fans. So shout out to the Gallery Nucleus who made this up, and shout out to all the artists who also contributed to this gallery because they all look great, and we can't wait to see how this show ends. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me tell you, that gallery itself, that experience, you could say it was quite a hoot.
Oh God, where's Alex Hirsch? Can we bring him to this podcast?
Yo, if he could be Alex Hirsch here, that would be a dream because like he's the voice actor of King, the voice actor of Hoodie, and of course the creator of the best cartoon series I've seen, Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls, no doubt. He's the best creator of that. And plus, he's also the executive producer of Inside Out, which is also coming back, by the way.
Inside Job.
I'll say, oh yeah, Inside Job. Sorry, Inside. Oh, God. See, it's the difference between me saying like inside stuff. I don't know. Inside Job, Inside Out. Yeah, it's Inside Job. I know, the Netflix show. Yeah, yeah. All right. So let's move on because the thing is like, okay, yeah, we checked out the Owl House Gallery. That was fun and all, but that was only one day. Now we pretty much have our Sunday all to ourselves, and we don't know what the heck we're gonna do. So we went to try to get breakfast somewhere. We had breakfast somewhere. We had to go to Little Tokyo because we're weebs. We want to be anime fans. Checked out Little Tokyo for a little bit. And then we also did check out Universal Studios because it was literally close to the airport. So we went to check out Universal Studios. Not the theme park itself, but just the city walk. But yeah, I can totally see things have changed. But then on our way back to the Burbank airport, we need to visit one little stop. And Omid definitely missed out because he missed out on our visit back when we were back in March. So I had to return the favor, and he now can finally visit Nickelodeon Studios. So before we went back home, we need to check out Universal Studios. And of course, we couldn't go inside Universal Studios, unfortunately. But we ended up checking out what was outside. So Omid, this is your first time here at Nickelodeon Studios. You never actually went outside Nickelodeon Studios at all?
Yeah, I never went to Nickelodeon. I never visited Nickelodeon Studios inside or out. When I saw that you guys went to Nickelodeon Studios, when you went to Amphibia Gallery, I'm just like, I need to be there. I need to be there.
No, I remember we could bring back the video clip where you were just like cringing. You were like biting on your finger, and you calling me a traitor because I went to it.
Yo, that is some Judas level stuff, man. That is Judas level stuff.
What? Why don't you call me Judas for that?
Sorry. So pretty much, I was pretty much asking this guy, can we please just for 5 minutes, nothing more. If we could go to Nickelodeon Studios and visit the Nickelodeon Studios for 5 minutes and take pictures with it, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And so we did.
And you know what we did? We checked out outside Nickelodeon Studios. There's Lincoln and Clyde. By the way, nothing has changed the last time we visited back in March. So nothing. It's the same things that happened. So we get to see Lincoln and Clyde. They're hanging up right there. We get to see Ronnie Ann and Sid. They're still there. Apparently, the Casagrandes are not dead yet. Hopefully, they don't tear it down.
They better not. They better not
tear it down. I'm just saying they don't tear it down because the Casagrandes is over, but I just hope they don't tear it down. Please keep it up there. We miss Sid and Ronnie Ann, okay? And then of course we got whoops, Asher. Hey Asher, what are you doing? Damn it. I gotta figure out where the other pictures are. Hey, God. Oh, there we go. It's weird how it's weird how the when I'm trying to save pictures on Twitter, it's so different when it comes to different files and all. But yeah, we saw Ronnie Ann, we saw Sid. That was awesome. And then we also did get to take a picture of the front of Nickelodeon Studios. So here's us as with
Yes.
Ronnie Ann. So there she is.
Us with the skater girl we all know and love,
Yeah,
Ronnie Ann.
she's still up there, and I'm hoping nobody tears her down too, because there's other Nickelodeon shows too, like what was it, Middlemost Post, so Smurfs, Rugrats, Big Nate. There could be possible replacement for the Casagrandes, but I just swear to God, please do not take Ronnie Ann down, because she was obviously amazing.
If they take down Ronnie Ann, we're gonna riot.
I mean, us Loud House Casagrande fans are gonna riot, yes. And of course, we also get to see Lincoln and Clyde. Obviously, we need to take a picture of our boys, Lincoln and Clyde, there.
Yeah, I mean, you got the bros. You got the bros take a picture with the other set of bros. So,
so it was only for 5 minutes, but did you have a fun time?
yeah, it was awesome. It was just a great experience, and I cannot thank you enough for giving us time, making time for us to do this. It really means a lot to me that I got to have this experience, especially since, like, pretty much our whole podcast show, what we're talking about mainly is, we talk about Nickelodeon's greatest hits, like, Loud House and Casagrandes. That's what our podcast is dedicated to. So I'm just like, this is something we have to do.
Of course, yeah. But here's the thing too. I just really hope like somebody from the Nick Studios actually sees us and says like, "Hey, do you want to see what's inside Nick Studios?" I'm like, "Yeah." But no one will do that for us. No one does it for us.
If by a miracle that it actually does happen, like Burbank trip would go.
Oh, definitely. We just need to find like somebody to help us out with that. People who make the Loud House, or people who make the Casagrandes, or people who make the really Loud House. Can you let us come into Nick Studios, please?
Please.
Yeah, I'm begging to. I'm hoping so. All right. But yeah, that was pretty much our weekend. Fun times with the Owl House. We have fun times with both houses actually, the Owl House and the Loud House, which was crazy.
Yeah, we're house people. Like it's like going to sort of like a housewarming sort of thing. And then you like pretty much go from one house to the other. It's that sort of thing.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, we support both houses, Owls and Louds. So we were there for support for that for sure. Okay. I think that's it for our weekend update. So let's actually head straight to our recent news. We are back with the LoudCasa Talks. We have to bring up the recent news. We haven't done it for so long, so we have to talk about a lot of stuff that has happened with the Loud House and the Casagrandes. And of course, we need to talk about the show that's coming to premiere tomorrow, and it's called The Really Loud House. Yes, The Really Loud House is coming tomorrow, or more like coming this Thursday. We've got a lot of promotions already talking about the show. I mean, literally every commercial break that Nickelodeon has a commercial about The Really Loud House. And it is pretty much a live action sequel to the Loud House Christmas movie that came out back in 2021. So we have some episode synopses that have been released, and tomorrow's episode synopsis comes like this. It's called The Macho Man with the Plan. Lincoln's excited to stay up late with his best friend Clyde to watch the Rip Hardcore Midnight Marathon, but his plans are ruined with his dad institutes an early curfew. They come up with the idea to use the Loud sisters to get dad out of the house to celebrate his half birthday, but just as they think the plan worked, Lisa's robot Todd malfunctions, and Lincoln must decide what being a good man is really about. Oh boy, that's a lot of words to say for a synopsis, but from what I've been hearing, it feels like we're going back to the original Lincoln here.
Oh god. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. Now, originally, when I heard this was going to be a Really Loud House, I'm gonna be honest. I was sort of on the fence about it. Like, it's sort of like I wasn't loving the idea, but I wasn't dreading it either. What I was hoping for was that, of course, they would redeem live action Lincoln Loud after, his god awful behavior in the Christmas movie. And I was thinking to myself, okay, a Really Loud House series could work. I mean, I'm not in favor of a live action Loud House series anyway, but you know what? I'll keep an open mind. But then I saw the synopsis, and the more I actually read it, the more I actually hate it. Like,
oh, no.
I swear to God,
oh no.
as I read the summaries, let me tell you, like my faith in this show just kept on decreasing and decreasing and
Don't think
decreasing.
of don't think of it that way. I really think that this is okay-ish. I have my fingers crossed because I really do want to have this show be successful. I want to actually prove the fact that live action shows could be good, considering how successful the Loud House Christmas was.
Like honestly, like this is the problem I had with the really on Christmas movie had that problem too, where it was basically Link Loud like transitioning back, going back into like his season one self. When the whole timeline, like the whole Loud House timeline, like Laurie's in college, like that's when Lincoln is supposed to be at his fully developed. Like especially when it takes place like after the Loud House movie on Netflix, so it's just like okay, well, like this is not the Lincoln, the season 5 Lincoln we knew, the one that's already grown up. No, this is pretty much Lincoln Loud going like 4 steps backwards. It's pretty much a 5-step, 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
So here's my thing, like I don't know what, because I feel like the focus of the really loud house is going to be mostly on Lincoln and Clyde, because the first episode already pulls it out. That just tells you like Lincoln and Clyde are just going to hang out. They want to have a sleepover, but then there's a curfew that Lynn Sr. did, and now he has to bring up his sister so that he can make sure that he can sleep up all night or something like that, or to celebrate his half birthday. And unfortunately, he doesn't want to be there, so his sister's trying to conjure up a plan so that he could be there. And I don't know. It's an interesting. It's an interesting synopsis here, and it's like, Lincoln is trying to go back to his like I wouldn't say selfish ways, but it's more like how do you explain it? I don't know, because if he doesn't want to hang out with his dad for his birthday, maybe he wants to do some sort of rip hardcore thing, in this episode, and then just doesn't pop up for his dad's birthday and tries to be a better man at the end. I don't know. It just feels like a season 1 episode that I've seen before, The Loud House.
Yeah. What was it? Okay. So Lincoln Loud wants to pretty much do something. He wants that something, but something that the Loud family or Loud sister wants contradicts what he wants. Lincoln tries so hard to get his way, and then everything backfires, and then like Lincoln feels bad, but then Lincoln learns to be what it's like to be the best man, whatever, blah blah blah. Like Lincoln learns about what being a true man is. Where have we heard that before? Oh yeah, every single season 1 episode that stars Lincoln. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding? Oh my god! Like honestly, like you're trying to play it safe, aren't you? Really Loud House. I feel like the Really Loud House at this point, they're trying to play it really, really safe. Like honestly, this is something that you would expect from like the earliest episodes of the Loud House. This is supposed to be, like I said before, this is supposed to be Lincoln Loud in the season 5 timeline, where pretty much he has learned all the lessons he's learned in season 1, and he takes it to heart, and then he moves on to learning new life lessons.
I know exactly, but unfortunately, I think they're just referring it back to season 1. But here's the thing. I've seen what people are putting up on Twitter. I know that a certain person is directing the show, aka Mr. Mosby, Phil Lewis. I saw that tweet and I'm like, there's a possible chance that this could be good, because he's actually a really good director when it comes to kids shows.
Okay, well, Phil Lewis. Okay, he's a good director. He's a good director, but I'll be honest here. Honestly, I don't have that high expectations for it. Like honestly,
you have to hope Mr. Mosby helps out. I mean,
yeah, no disrespect to Mr.
He had to take
Mosby.
care of kids in Tipton, and now he's going to be directing this. Look, I have to say this, Phil Lewis. I have real trust in him. I think he can definitely pull up a good show with him directing, a couple episodes of the Really Loud House. So, like I said, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that this will be good under his hands.
Yeah, I really hope that he will find some way to make each episode at least a bit inventive, at least a bit unique, at least a bit, how should I put this? Like, I really hope that it makes it more inventive, more creative, and much less formulaic. Because I feel when I've seen these plot summaries, I'm thinking to myself, okay, they're repeating the exact same problem that the Loud House season 1 have. Like pretty much the biggest thing that plagued season 1.
Right. But I have to say this though. I mean, look, they're the people that also did help make the Loud House Christmas, and that was a successful movie. I have to say this though, it is definitely a movie that I'll probably watch every Christmas now. But that's just more because I'm a Loud House fan. So yeah, besides the whole freaking story about what happened, I just have to say, as a Loud House fan, I definitely would love to watch Loud House Christmas every Christmas now.
Uh,
So
I think I'll stick with 11 Lads of Leap. Thank you very
oh my
much.
god, just at least watch this. I mean, hey, at least some of the actors and actresses ended up pulling, doing a great job with their roles to say. So,
That's pretty
um,
much the thing. Like the actors do a fantastic job, and of course the production design very spot on. Like in terms of the aesthetics, in terms of the acting, it's very top notch. But then when you look into the story of the A Loud House Christmas movie, I gotta tell you, it may have been enjoyable back then, but when looking back on it now, it really doesn't hold up, honestly.
so my thing is, Omid, you're going to be watching this tomorrow, aren't you? What are your thoughts? Are you going to watch it tomorrow? Are you going to, get some high expectations, hoping this is going to be a good show from the first episode, or just explain, like, are you going to be okay with what's going to be happening tomorrow with this new episode of the Really Loud House?
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it tomorrow. I'm game. Yeah, I'm still got I'll still keep an open mind when seeing this. I'm gonna go in with low expectations though because I don't want to be disappointed. Here's the thing: when you have low expectations, you don't want to. Then you don't have to get disappointed by it, which means you don't have to get too upset by it. So I'm just like, okay, I'll check it out to see what it's really about, and then see if it can somehow pretty much exceed my expectations just a little bit. But yeah. What I was saying though, I'm not that confident about this at
Okay,
all. But
okay. I'll be the one person that will judge it, like really as a person who probably would like to review like movies and stuff. I'm going to coming in with no expectations and just hoping that it actually is going to be good. Because yes, I understand that the Loud House Christmas movie was an absolute success, and I still say it's a good movie. I wouldn't say the best movie, but it's a good Christmas movie for me to watch. Now I just want to see how the series is going to be. This is not all about Christmas anymore. This is just pretty much everyday life stuff. So we'll see what Lincoln is going to do with Clyde and his friends. How about Lori in college? How about Luann and her comedic antics? Or how about Luann? Oh, sorry. How about Luna, performing in rock concerts? How about Lenny and her fashion show? Maybe she's shopping at Writing Girls. How about Lola and Lana? How about Lisa? How about, Rita and Lynn Sr.? There's just a lot of like storylines that are going to be coming from this episode. Coming from the show. And I just hope that they are going to be successful. Look, I'm coming in with high expectations. Not high expectations, but like no expectations at all. I'm just hoping that this is going to be successful. I'm going to be watching that first episode tomorrow. I'm just hoping that it is good. It's not going to be like as bad as Fairly Otter, which premieres next right after.
oh, you'd have to try very hard to be as bad as Fairly Otter. Okay, like even if I don't think that it will be, that. Even if I don't think the Really Loud House will be that great, let me tell you, it's still going to be miles better than Fairly Otter.
Okay, but here's the thing, like, what's weird? Because like the Really Loud House will premiere, and then right next after the premiere of the Really Loud House, it's the premiere of Fairly Otter. So I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna watch that again. Really? I didn't want it after the first episode. Now I'm gonna watch the first episode again in Nickelodeon. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Kids are not gonna like it. Okay, I understand that Fairly Odd Parents was like everybody's childhood, but this is not the worst. That was not the best one to actually get like a sequel or something out of it.
Here's one thing that kind of bothers me though about this. Now you have a Really Loud House live action series, right? Well, the thing is though, is that unfortunately the Casagrandes recently ended, and you ended the Casagrandes for a Loud House live action series. Are
No.
like here's the thing, like here's the thing, like I was open to having a new series focused on within the Loud Casaverse, okay, like, but honestly, really when you have a live action Loud House series, it's kind of pointless when you consider the fact that with these premises, there are pretty much things that you could do like within the animated realm anyway. Like when I wanted the Loud House series, we were thinking more like Lori in college. Hello, Lori in
Yes,
college.
I've been wanting that spin-off series. Come on, Nickelodeon, you can do better than
And
this.
I am not saying that you can't have live action Loud House anymore. You can still have it, but in small doses would have been much more preferable. Like for example, I brought up the idea of how you can have a live action Loud House Halloween special. You can have a live action Loud House Valentine's Day special. Ron again, wink, wink. You could even have like a 4th of July Loud House special as well. You could have had, that is how you would make a live action Loud House work. You can't just have like, oh, it's Loud House again, but this time in live action form, like Loud House show again, but this time in live action form. No, you just like, honestly, that would be pointless. I feel it's really pointless when you think about it.
Right. I don't know. Like I said, I'm coming in with this show with low expectations. Omi is coming in with low expectations. I'm coming with no expectation. I'm just, gonna be surprised at whatever's going on. I've already said I've watched the Loud House movie about Loud House Christmas, and I thought it was good. Now I'm just hoping this is gonna be good as well. And yeah, it's just a lot of things to consider. I do have some more topics to bring up when it comes to the really Loud House. First off, this show is going to be slated for 20 episodes, which, to be fair, is a good amount of episodes for a starting live action show. So what are your hopes that this is going to go well, that it actually is worth the 20 episodes?
Like I said before, I'm going to see it for myself. I kind of have to anyway, because we're going to be talking about them in future episodes of LoudCasa Talks.
We're doing Loud House episode reviews of the really Loud House, right?
Yeah, so I'm just like I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for you all. I'm just like, the things I do for love. Like, just know, the only reason I'm touching really Loud House music is so. The only reason I'm even touching really Loud House live action show is so that I can just share my thoughts with you guys here on LoudCasa Talks. That's pretty much the only benefit I could gain from this.
So my thing is that I'm going to come in. I understand that they're coming in with 20 episodes. My thing is like, is it worth 20 episodes? We don't know. We have to figure out from the first couple episodes. Like, I'll judge maybe like after 3 or 4 episodes of the really Loud House if it is worth 20 episodes. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, it's really up in the air, especially how, like I said, mediocre when it comes to a Loud House Christmas. But now that it's having its own show, I don't know. Who knows? It's gonna be something. It's just a lot of things to think about when you talk about this live action show. So let's actually talk about some topics that came up when I saw these synopsises and things about the really Loud House. First off, so I'm sorry for all you Ronikin fans, but there's this brand new crush named Charlie that apparently Lincoln is into. So what are your thoughts on this Charlie girl?
Who the flip is Charlie?
Yeah.
Who's this Charlie girl? Where did she come from? Like, honestly, you can't even get that right. You can't even get Lincoln's love interest right. Hello, when you actually look at the original show, you didn't think to bring in Ronnie Ann? Are you kidding me? You didn't think to, okay, well, maybe I don't think of them as, boyfriend, girlfriend. I do still think of them as friends.
Not yet.
Stella, even Stella would have been a much more, a much more, option for Lincoln rather than this Charlie.
That's what I'm hoping for, to actually bring in, Liam, Zach, Rusty, and Stella. You'll at least have those guys up here, please, because they are the best friends of Lincoln. So I'd imagine that there's going to be a Stella, there's going to be a live action Rusty, it's going to be a live action Liam and Zach. They have to be there.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have high expectations for that at all, because if this series is gonna snub Ronnie Ann, then honestly, I have a feeling they may snub Lincoln's other friends as well.
Like, oh, please, no, don't say that now. Like I said, I'm giving high hopes. I just hope that they don't go that way, because I really want to see a live action Stella.
Like, as a Ronikin fan myself, my heart breaks, man. Like, I am deeply peeved at that. I'm deeply peeved.
Exactly. So I just don't know why they didn't actually bring in Ronnie Ann. They only brought Bobby from the Casagrandes. How about the rest of the Casagrandes? Where's Ronnie Ann? Where's Carl or CJ or Carlitos? Any one of them that would have been great. But no, apparently no Casagrandes currently showing in the cast right now. So it tells me like, oh, you skipped out on any Casagrandes. You're just pretty much bringing Louds. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just hoping we actually do get like side characters in the show. I mean, we end up getting Scoots. We end up getting Pop-Pop. We end up getting like so many others with the Catherine Mulligan. I know she's going to come back for the show. But yeah, I mean, if you could at least bring a lot of the old cast of the Loud House. I mean, maybe this is Girl Jordan. Can we have Girl Jordan? Can we have Stella, Rusty, Liam, Zach? Like I said before. What if we? Okay, it'd be great. Okay, I know everybody's gonna hate me for saying this, but what if there's a real life Chandler? I can feel like there could be a real life Chandler in this show.
Bro, no, man. It's,
You don't want it?
Okay, here's the thing. Like, if they bring in live action Chandler without bringing in live action Stella, Zach, Liam, or Rusty, I'll be pissed.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be pissed. That's what I'm saying. I need some side characters. Okay, I mean, give me the friends. And if you bring Chandler out of all people without like Stella, then I would get angry too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you bring in Chandler, you got to bring in the rest of Lincoln's friends. Okay, you got to have the whole package. You know, it's got to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget, like, their other friends too. Like, what was it? Lucy's friends. Where's the Morticians Club? You need to have them. How about Luann's boyfriend? What? I forget his name.
Benny.
Yeah,
Benny.
Benny. Yeah, how about Benny? How about Sam, for example? I mean, Sam did appear in the Loud House Christmas movie, so I'm imagining she'll come back for the show.
Oh God, yeah. Imagine this. Like, honestly, like Luann. In terms of Luann's boyfriend, like, honestly, they would even take the Luna route and then bring back, like Luann's actual, boyfriend, her actual, significant other, or they'll pretty much just like pull whatever's, pull whatever's out of their butt, pull whatever's, out of the jar, and then just bring in a random character, like, let's say, like Luann's boyfriend. Oh, I don't know, Mike or Roger or something like that. Just like how they did with like Lincoln with Charlie.
How about Lenny with Fiona and Miguel? I need to have them also because she's working in writing groups. We saw that in the Loud House Christmas movie. I'm just saying, why don't you bring Fiona and Miguel? Because I don't think she's working that store alone.
Yeah, I'd be down to see. Like, honestly, I think it's gonna be like, asking too much, wishing too much, that we're asking for them to bring up back all these like supporting characters. But we'll just have to wait and see. Like you said, I'm highly doubtful that they'll bring back those.
I'm really hoping
too.
so. Oh my god, I just really hope that they actually kind of like follow along with whatever the Loud House was before. But yeah, but yeah, I mean, Charlie definitely is one character that, well, we have to figure out who she is because it's just an interesting fact that it's not even like Girl Jordan, or it's not even Stella, or it's not even his other girlfriends like Christina or Paige or any one of those girls, back in the Loud House. It's pretty much this one girl named Charlie. So I'm wondering if Charlie's going to be a good fit for Lincoln, because I've seen the synopsises and I've seen Lincoln as he's trying to make a move for Charlie. I'm like, okay, well, let's see how that goes, because it is going to continue on for a couple episodes.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, I don't know. There has been some changes when it comes to the cast. Lori has changed from the Christmas movie. There has been some changes when it comes to the cast. Lori has changed. Cast members? Same with Rita. Same with was Lenny was also, I think, one of them.
Lynn.
Too?
Lynn.
Lynn. Lenny was still there, right?
Lenny, the actress. They changed actresses too.
Yeah, so there you go. Lori, Lenny, Lynn, and Rita, all four of them are not going to be coming back for this live action series. So what are your hopes on these new actors and actresses that are coming in, that are replacing from the movie?
Well, like I said before, it's a wait and see sort of thing when it comes to these actors. They still really look the part. What really breaks my heart, though, is when they replace Dora Dolphin. Like,
yeah, I know. The perfect
Dora
Lenny.
Dora Dolphin didn't play as Lenny. Dora Dolphin was Lenny. Like, she personified Lenny Loud the best.
She was perfect as Lenny.
Her cute, ditzy, bubbly personality, her kind, sweet nature that she shows like inside and outside of production. Like, oh my gosh, how could you do Dora Dolphin so dirty? What is wrong with you, man? Like, honestly, it might be just as bad, if not worse, than this show like doing Roddy Ann dirty.
Oh my god. Please don't take me about that, because I'm still a little angry about Ronnie Ann not being a part of this. I'm hoping that Ronnie Ann does make an appearance. We have Bobby in the show.
I am furious. I am beyond furious. I'm just like, okay, really, Loud House, like, you're trying so hard for me to get me to hate you. Well, congratulations. Congratulations.
I just hope like these new actors and actresses are gonna do well. I believe Lynn is gonna be okay. She does do the part when it comes to becoming a tomboy, like being a sporty girl and a tomboy like Lynn. This new actress for Lenny, she looks like she's okay. From all the commercials I'm seeing, she looks like she's okay, but she cannot replace Dora Dolphin. I really hope Dora's
She
doing well.
cannot at all. She can. I don't know why did they replace Dora Dolphin in the first place? I'd like to know.
Maybe she didn't want to continue on. She just did this whole part and then just didn't want to go for the series.
Really? I'm kind of surprised by that because from
Well,
what I've seen for the pictures,
it is their decision after all. Because I would imagine like they would be talked about when it comes to the series. Like the executives will come by and say, "Hey, we have a brand new series. Do you want to continue on being your part as Lady Loud or Lori Loud or Rita?" And they all said no, and then they said, "Okay, we'll just find some other actors and actresses." It's probably their decision. That's the reason why they didn't.
Because what I've seen from Dora Dolphin's Instagram posts and her Instagram posts, like she looks to be happy with her fellow cast members.
She looks to be, but then I don't. But then I've been seeing like her Twitter, and she's mostly like being fashionable. She is pretty much Lady Loud after all.
No one can replace Dora Dolphin. No one can replace Dora Dolphin.
I don't know. Maybe there's some more details when it comes to it, but yeah, it is a mystery that we cannot solve. It is pretty much up to Dora to tell us why she ended up leaving as Lady Loud. But yeah, anything else you want to bring up that we can talk about the Really Loud House?
I think I've said my piece on this. Of course, I'm going to be watching it tomorrow. Seeing how it goes, and yeah, we'll wait and see how it goes.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm hoping high hopes that this is gonna be a good show. Like I said, I'm coming in with like no expectations. I'm just saying like after the first episode, I'm gonna say my ratings. We'll do that next week, by the way. That's gonna be our episode reviews. We're gonna be discussing Great Lakes Freakout and what was it? We're gonna be discussing Great Lakes Freakout and the first episode of the Really Loud House next week. So guys, don't miss that out next week. But yeah, I'm really hoping Really Loud House does become successful. It all depends on how things are as the show progresses and all.
Oh, Great Lakes Freakout! Now that is an episode that I am looking forward to talking about next week. That is an episode.
So that we could be able to review it over in Halloween. Yeah, we were busy. Now we've discussed already that the Casagrandes show is now over. Now it's time to actually talk about the shift about the Casagrandes now moving to the Loud House, because this is now a thing right now. The show's over. We can understand the Casagrandes are done, which means that at the moment right now, the Loud House and the Casagrandes are currently merging into the Loud House. Ever since the show ended, there has been only 2 episodes that have shown that have aired on the Loud House that has the Casagrandes involved, and so far, I would have to say it's good. Like both episodes of the Casagrandes and the Loud House have been currently good. They've had a cooking competition with the Louds and Forks and Knives Out, and even celebrated Halloween and Great Lakes Freakout. So it seems all is well so far. I mean, Omid, what are your thoughts on the Casagrandes moving into the Loud House? It feels like they're doing well.
Yeah, honestly, like I said before, even though the show ended, the characters are still with us. The characters are still technically on Nickelodeon per se. So pretty much after these couple episodes, Forks and Knives Out and Great Lakes Freak Out, I was thinking to myself, thank God, the Loud House and Casagrande, friendship chemistry. The Loud and Casagrande chemistry is still there, and it's stronger than ever before because of these 2 episodes. And let me tell you, it makes me more excited, for the Casagrandes to be part of, the Loud House. I'm sad that the Casagrandes show ended, but I'm just I really hope that we get as much Casagrandes episodes as possible within the Loud House. Something tells me that they're going to rename all these episodes of the Loud House, be blank with the Casagrandes, like this with the Casagrandes, blank with the Casagrandes.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't do that. They do something like Great Lakes Freakout, where they literally went to the Great Lakes City to celebrate Halloween. So can we at least keep it like that? Have it like that, where the Louds just randomly go to the Casagrandes. I know we're gonna have some Loud House episodes, we're gonna have some Casagrandes episodes, but at least they're being treated well in the Loud House right now, because I mean, from the first episode, Forks and Knives Out, it just shows you Ronnie Ann is still being relevant. She's still in the show. They're still in Great Lake City, by the way. And then, of course, when you see Great Lakes Freakout, they're still with the Familia as well. You get to see Hector, you get to see Carl, you get to see CJ, you get to see pretty much everybody in the Casagrandes, to say the least. I believe we're really having a good merge here. Like, I understand that people are kind of worried the fact that the Casagrandes are probably not going to be shown anymore because they're pretty much the show's gone and the Casagrandes are pretty much over. But I mean, the Casagrandes are still a part of the Loud House, and it's fine so far. Like, we get to see the families are still there. We still get to see Great Lake City. So to say the least, I believe we're still in good hands with the Loud crew, treating the Casagrandes well. So if anything, I there's positive feeling when it comes to the Louds treating the Casagrandes right.
And also just by the fact that when you have the Casagrande solo episodes within the Loud House, because they've done this before with Spies Who Love Me and pretty much the episodes from season 4, like you've had Casagrande's like pretty much focused episodes without the Louds, and they worked out fine. So I'm just thinking to myself, I feeling that they could pull this off again, where they show solo Casagrande solo episodes without the Louds within the Loud House name, and they'll manage to still make it work.
I think they can make it work. I mean, at the moment, so far, it looks like it's going to be great. I mean, there are going to be some future episodes coming up. If anything, Great Lakes Freakout did definitely show a lot when it comes to Loud House and Casagrande chemistry. I mean, you seriously have Lucy Loud coming into the Casagrandes, helping spookify Great Lake City. You have what is it? We have this one dynamic where we were looking for Lenny and Carlota finally having their moment together. They're both fashionistas. They need to have an episode, which is going to happen in the Loud House eventually. We don't know when. Hopefully December.
They have a Lenny Carlota episode. Let's go. We're getting a Lenny Carlota episode.
And then we also get to see Lana even be a part of this whole Spookify Spookify Great Lake City or Spookify the Mercado event here. I'm just saying here that the Louds definitely are treating the Casagrandes well, and I love this whole chemistry here because considering the fact that the Louds, I don't think most of the Louds never made it to Great Lake City, considering they only had one appearance, and that was the Casagrandes Christmas special.
Yeah, in the Casagrandes Christmas special, the Louds only appeared for like 5 seconds at the end.
Yeah, they only appeared for like a few seconds, and here they actually appeared for the whole episode. And this is the chemistry that we've been waiting for, that we've been missing in the very Casagrandes Christmas special,
Exactly. Like they managed, like the Halloween episode managed to do what the Christmas episode could, fully feature the Louds. Because when you look at the Casagrandes Christmas special, man, did they tease us so bad. Especially
they tease us so bad.
They tease us so bad. Like, oh my gosh. Like, and also it doesn't help by the fact that like all these sneak peeks, all these trailers, all these promo clips of the Louds in the Casagrandes Christmas, like honestly, they were such a tease. Because I remember when I was watching the episode thoroughly, the Casagrandes Christmas, I was thinking to myself, when are the Louds coming? When are the Louds coming? I kept waiting for that.
And they only appeared for only 5 seconds. Yeah, that was not a good tease. At least this time around, this one is a little bit better, just because the Louds definitely helped the Casagrandes with their troubles, because they want to be the scariest Mercado in Great Lake City, and it worked out. They summoned zombies and everything.
Yeah, what I liked about this episode was that they used the Louds to their fullest potential. They pretty much were able to work, the Louds within the Casagrande universe, which is Great Lake City. Not only that, but seeing these personal interactions, I'm thinking to myself, this was something that was missing in the Loudest Thanksgiving and Curse, where you got personal interactions between each Loud and each Casagrande. Like, for example, we see Lisa and Carlos together, like sharing trivia together. I'm just like, where was that during Loudest Thanksgiving and Curse? Where was that? So glad that they brought this now. Like, Great Lakes Freakout managed to fix that solution. They managed to fix that problem that the other 2 episodes that I mentioned have.
Exactly. So if anything, they definitely are being treated well. I do guys want to let you all know that in 2 weeks, we're going to do another LoudCasa Talks episode where we're going to explain more of how the Casagrandes are being merged with the Loud House. Like I said before, it is already a current process, and it is doing well so far. We don't know what the next couple episodes are going to be for the Loud House, because season 6 is about to end possibly December, early January. Season 7 is definitely going to have more Loud House Casagrandes interaction. So if anything, from the first 2 episodes, just tells you that the dynamic between both the Casagrandes and Loud House are definitely great. They look like 2 amazing families that are going to work together whenever problems happen in Great Lake City or Royal Woods. So I really hope that this is going to be an ongoing thing for the Loud House show. Like, have more Casagrandes and Loud House, and have the interaction and stuff. My only thing I'm worried about is just hope we get to see more for the Casagrandes like secondary characters in the Loud House. If anything, I mean, where's Nikki? Where's Samir? Where's Casey? Where's Adelaide? Where's Sid? You know, the Chags. Where are they? If we could get them at least to appear in at least a couple episodes of the Loud House, then I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, imagine this. We get a Becky episode under
Yes!
the Loud House name. No, we're not talking about that Becky. We're not talking about the original Becky from, said show, like the specific show. I'm talking about the Casagrandes Becky, like a Casagrandes Becky episode that is under the Loud House name. It's something you don't really expect. You never thought you'd say out loud.
I was gonna say, I mean, maybe a Becky versus Lynn episode. I mean, they're both tomboys and they're both sporty. I would love that if they ever have it.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of waiting on that too because they're also both into lucha libre. Also, like they're both into wrestling, so that's another thing.
Yeah, like I said, we'll discuss more about that in 2 weeks because we have another LoudCasa Talks episode planned up for that. All right, and last but not least, for our recent news, let's talk about the Emmys because the Loud House is currently nominated for a couple of Emmys. Let's start off with the nominees for a younger voice performer, and right off the bat, the one name comes to mind. That is Mr. Asher Bishop. Yes, he is nominated. Yes, he is nominated as one of the candidates for outstanding young voice performer, and he may not be the voice of Lincoln Loud anymore, but no doubt the Emmys still remember him as a great Lincoln Loud with his voice, especially when it comes to singing, especially in the movie Loud House movie. I mean, how well deserving is this for Asher Bishop?
100% deserved. Like, oh my gosh. Honestly, this makes me so happy. This put a huge smile on my face just by the simple fact that Asher Bishop is the best Lincoln Loud for me. He still is to this day. Like the charismatic, Lincoln Loud, like with the Siggy voice, with the charm, the innocence, and all that stuff. And just by the fact, like, he carries Lincoln Loud to a T. Like, just by the simple fact that it's pretty much the best version of Lincoln Loud that he's also played, because considering that, like, it's from the Loud House movie in which, like, he truly transforms. It's like where Lincoln Loud truly develops into becoming like the season 5 and up Lincoln Loud that we know and love. And also, like, him voicing season 5 Lincoln Loud, still top notch. Just, oh my gosh. Definitely one of Asher Bishop is best Lincoln.
He definitely is the best Lincoln. I'm in my case, because like I was thinking Grant Palmer would also be one of those big voice actors. Same with Colin Dean. He also did a great job as Lincoln, but you cannot forget the fact that Asher Bishop can sing. He literally sang throughout most of the songs in the Loud House movie, and he has a great singing voice. He definitely did an amazing Lincoln Loud himself. So congrats to Asher Bishop for this nomination, especially the nomination for the Lincoln Loud in the Loud House. I thought he was going to do something else, but Lincoln Loud especially. So no doubt about it, he definitely deserves this Emmy nomination, and I hope he wins it all. Speaking of the competition, he does have other people that are also in this nomination. He has competition with other voice actors from hit shows like Madagascar, A Little Wild, Dog Unplugged, and Centaur World. Please note that these nominees are also young as well, from ages 10 to 17. So does Asher have a chance to actually win it all?
I really hope he does. I'm ready for him to, but it looks to be tough competition.
I don't think. Look at these kind of candidates, and I understand they're young as well, but I have a feeling Asher will win. Like, if you look at like all these other people that were also voice acting as well, I feel like Asher definitely can take it. He's probably the strong candidate in this.
He is, but then again, there's Andy Walken as young Doubleton from Centaur World, and also because Madagascar is sort of like, Madagascar itself is a big name onto itself, so we'll have to wait and see on this. But yeah, I'm rooting for Asher Bishop to win, but I'm saying, like, what was it? I'm hoping that Asher Bishop will win. I haven't seen any of the other shows, but I'm just hoping that Asher Bishop will win this.
I haven't seen it either, but I have a feeling that Asher may win it all. From 0 to 100, what are your chances? Like 0 for being the least chance, the lowest chance, to 100 being the highest chance. Which in that range, what are your chances of Asher actually winning it?
75 to 80.
Oh wow, really high in that B range. I was thinking
more like 75.
I feel like 75 is actually going to be worth it for me too, because I feel like he can have it. I feel like it's going to be in his hands. It just feels like, I don't know about the rest of these actors and actresses, But I have a feeling that it's no doubt Asher with the singing voice, with the great, voice acting that he did for the Loud House movie, and especially in the Loud House when he was there for season 4 and 5. I just feel like he definitely has it in the bag. So I really hope, fingers crossed, that Asher Bishop ends up winning as the winning an Emmy for being Lincoln Loud and all.
Fingers crossed. Everything crossed.
Everything crossed. Now, there's another nominee that also was nominated for an Emmy after what happened this week. Second nominee for the Loud House is a well-known voice actress who contributed to pretty much most of your favorite animated shows. We're talking about Mrs. Grey DeLisle. Now, voicing us Lola, Lana, Lily, Meryl, Cheryl, Scoots, Mopes, and Mrs. Bernardo, she is nominated for Outstanding Voice Performance in an Animated Program. How deserving was this for Grey DeLisle?
100% deserved. She is a legend. And not just the characters you mentioned before, but also others like, Mandy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Frankie Foster from Foster Storm from Imaginary Friends, Vicky from The Fairly Odd Parents, and of course, my favorite role that she's ever played, like pretty much the best role she's played in my opinion, Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah.
Now, that is peak Grey Griffin. With Lana, Lola, Lily, like all the Loud House characters, like pretty much her performance in those is no exception. She performs fantastically as those as well. And especially when she has performed as one of my favorite supporting characters, Mrs. Bernardo, like, oh my gosh, her as Mrs. Bernardo, like, pretty much she nails Mrs. Bernardo to a T. And I have a feeling she kind of looks like Mrs. Bernardo as well. Like, I feel like she could pull off a great live action Mrs. Bernardo in the really Loud House, live action show. If you can manage to have that, like a actual Grey Griffin, like play as live action Mrs. Bernardo, like let me tell you, I'll take back everything I said about my doubts about really Loud House. Bring on live action Mrs. Bernardo. Let's go. We need this live action series needs Mrs. Bernardo.
If the voice actress of Lori ends up actually becoming Catherine Mulligan in the live action show, then no doubt if this is Mrs. Bernardo, we need to have Grey Griffin in it.
More like if Brian Stepanek can be like,
that's right, because he's Lynn Senior. He's literally Lynn Senior. Yeah,
he's Lynn Senior, like both the physical feature and the animated version as well. I have a feeling that it could happen with Grey Griffin as Miss Bernardo. Make it happen.
I really hope so. Oh my god, it would be
she's gonna carry the show. She's gonna carry the live action show.
You'd be like, she'll be the teacher to Luann and Benny, and she'll be like doing all the dramatic acting and stuff. That'd be great if you did that.
She's gonna be carrying the show. I promise you that.
Oh, great! I'm gonna see Grey Griffin in a cat outfit now, just because of that. And here's the thing, like, I think she really definitely deserves it, considering that she does most of the voices in the Loud House. I mean, there have been episodes where you get to see Cheryl, Meryl, Lola, and Lana. Remember Double Trouble? That was all on her, literally all on her, because she had to voice 4 damn characters in one episode. I'm like, how do you do that? Because you gotta have like your range of voices from the high pitch of Lola to the low pitch of Lana, and then also having the country voice of Cheryl and Meryl in that episode. I mean, contributing your voice to so many things in this show. I mean, you definitely deserve it for sure. No doubt about it. Grey Griffin, I don't know why they never had this category before. I really hope she ends up winning it, but yeah, she definitely deserves it. She has so much amazing talent when it comes to voice acting and all.
Oh yeah. Throughout my years of hearing her voice in many shows that I love, I can guarantee you, like, Grey Griffin still got it. Grey Griffin is still one of the most iconic voice actresses I know. And I'm so glad that I met her in SF Comic Con in 2016. And also, I just want to say one thing. Like, Double Trouble, let me tell you, like, by voicing these characters, like, this isn't just a vocal performance. This isn't just a vocal job. It's a vocal exercise. Like, it's pretty much a workout for her vocals and tongues.
It's just so much for her, but you know what? She's been a talent ever since. I mean, she's been getting new roles here and there, but you don't know why. She's just amazing as a great voice actor. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she ends up winning it. Unfortunately, the competition is going to be very, very tough for Grey DeLisle, because there's so many well-known names that actually got nominated in the Outstanding Voice Performance in Animated Program. Some of the names include Eric Bauza, Mark Hamill, Tom Kenny, and Frank Welker. There are legendary voices that are also nominated as well. I don't think she could win it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't think she's gonna win.
Yeah, whereas like Asher Bishop is going up against, like actors that aren't really well known in comparison. Oh my god, let me tell you, like Great Delisle is up against big competition because these are big names in the voice acting community. We got Eric Bauza, the Bugs Bunny, the Daffy Duck, the Marvin the Martian, the Tweet. Like pretty much, she's facing off against the like today's Mel Blanc. She's facing up against today's Mel Blanc. And then you got her, facing up against SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, right? And then you got her facing up against Mark Hamill, which, fun fact, like Azula is facing up against her own father in the outstanding voice performance category. This is where they're going to be going into like this firebending showdown, because Mark Hamill voices Fire Lord Ozai in Avatar: Last Airbender. Fire Lord Ozai, who is Zuko's and Azula's father. So this is going to be interesting to see when you see like a father-daughter matchup in like Fire Lord, like firebending mother-daughter, Fire Nation father-daughter matchup in this.
I have no doubt that these other candidates definitely have a strong case of becoming the winner of this category. I'm very sorry for Great Alal. I just hope like that she ends up winning it. But you have dealing with legendary characters from Eric Bauza, who did Bugs Bunny, and he did a really amazing Bugs Bunny. Mark Hamill, hello, he is, Luke Skywalker.
He's Joker. Great Alal is facing off against Bugs Bunny, SpongeBob, and the Joker.
Yeah, and Frank Welker. You have Shaggy or Freddy. Sorry, and he also does the voice of Scooby-Doo. What the heck? There's just so much.
All these iconic
legend characters. Yes,
like you got Great Delisle facing off against like all these iconic characters that we've known for decades. Bugs Bunny, SpongeBob, Scooby-Doo, the Joker,
and Skeletor. Also, he was. Yeah, dude. I mean, congrats for Gray that she ends up getting the nomination. Here's the thing. If any of them can win, I just hope Tom Kenny, I mean, props to Tom Kenny. He's an amazing voice actor, but he has a lot of awards already. Please give it to somebody else. He's always known as SpongeBob, but please give it to like Eric Bauza or Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill definitely, because he's a legend when it comes to voice acting now. Look at all his big roles. But really, fingers crossed, hopefully Great Alal ends up getting it. My chances for her actually winning it probably be like 15-20%, considering all these great nominees and all.
Let's just say she's unluckier than Asher Bishop for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So if anything, Asher Bishop, I think, has a better chance of winning an Emmy compared to Great Delisle. And I'm hoping, if anything, fingers crossed, that she ends up actually winning it. That'd be great. But if anything else, all these other great voice actors definitely would deserve it as well. I feel like Tom Kenny definitely deserves it too, but I'm like, you have too many Emmys. Can we give it to somebody else, please?
Yeah. Like, honestly, I would have no problem if they gave it to Eric Bauza, because as a huge Looney Tunes fan, like, I would definitely respect it if Eric Bauza does win, like, major respect to him. And also Mark Hamill, because, well, Mark Hamill's a legend, like you said. So
he's a legendary actor and a legendary voice actor. Don't forget about that. So
the Joker.
So the Emmys will premiere on December 11th at 5 p.m. here, or 8 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm just wondering, should we live stream this? It would be cool if we actually live stream this on Twitch. Like, we'll watch it side by side, and then we hope like, oh my god, yes, this one wins. Oh my god, this one wins. Yeah, that kind of thing. Live react videos.
Yes, because another thing too is that it's not just for the Loud House stuff, like the Loud House voice actors and all that stuff, but it's also for like other shows that we love that are nominated for the categories as well. Where you got Amphibia that has like 2 Emmy nominations, and you got Ghost of Molly McGee, which is nominated for main title and card.
Now, the unfortunate part is that there's no Owl House nominations. What's going on here? Why Disney? Why Emmys? Why didn't you actually figure out what's going on with the Owl House? Why didn't they get any nominations? Can you tell me that, Emmys? I feel like we got rigged here.
I know, yeah. So apparently Owl House is getting snubbed, and we're not talking about Disney this time snubbing Owl House. We're talking about the Emmys snubbing Owl House this time. Man, I feel bad for Owl House. It's bad enough that
why they being treated like this. Is it? I don't know.
It's bad enough that they get snubbed by their own company. again, Disney, why? But also they can stop by an award ceremony too. That's just terrible. Like honestly, as an Owl House fan, I feel so, my heart sinks for it.
I just really hope that Amphibia does end up winning some of those 2 nominations, but we'll see. There's a big competition with that, and of course, Ghost in Malibigi only has, I think, 1 nomination. You just hope that wins because it just tells you, oh, there's a big success when it comes to the Ghost in Malibigi. So Disney TVA definitely has a representation. Nickelodeon definitely has a lot of representation as well. Especially Loud House, considering the voice acting definitely was the one that got pointed out for this year's Children and Families Emmys. So let's hope that let's just hope that Great Delisle and Asher Bishop end up winning an Emmy this year. We'll see. Like I said, hopefully we can stream it. It is coming on December 11th on Sunday. Maybe we can do it. We'll see. Let's try it on Twitch. Let's see. Hopefully we don't get banned or something. I hope not. I don't think they do that.
No, we probably won't.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for our recent news. I know we had a lot when it comes to the recent news today, but thank you all for checking out that.